Hey guys, SaveAsUntitled here. Welcome to the Season 2, Episode 4 episode of The Ranking Show, where we're going to be talking about Zane's incredible win at Genesis 7 after a crazy week of results. We're going to go through all the results. We talked about a lot on the pre- and post-game shows throughout the week. So mainly, well, first off, we're going to focus on top 8 because that's where I left you guys off with my last show. We'll talk about who performed well, the crazy wins by hacks. I mean, the craziest thing is that Zane winning the tournament. But with all that being said, let's just jump into talking about this, and let me jump over to the lo-fi beats that are not copyright free instead of the Pokemon music because they don't have enough gaming music ready just yet. But yeah, also yeah, we got production quality here now. Yeah, I tried to download a lot more music, but yeah, so the biggest story, we're going to lead with talking about top 8, and we're going to go from there. Zane beating H-Box. I forgot that this was only a 4-game set. That last hit of this game with the up smash killing him at like a crazy percent was absolutely wild. And H-Box missing rest again. Like, it was really weird to see, especially in the hack set. I thought he was going to throw it away against hacks missing all those rests. I had to check my sheet again and update it based on that. I really wish I gave Scar more information. And again, thank you again. I know Bobby's probably not going to be watching this, but thank you again so much for Bobby Scar for the shout-outs during, I believe it was the H-Box Mango set, where he gave both me and Edwin a shout-out, which was absolutely incredible. Kind of comes full circle because my first big tournament, the video I made for my first big tournament, I believe it was during EVO Grand Finals, Bobby gave me a shout out, and I remember looking at my YouTube analytics, and there's like a huge jump in views at that exact moment. Also, Ryobeat, I saw that you jumped in the chat. You're on a plane. Ryobeat, okay, I said I was gonna talk about top 8, but because Ryobeat's here, the king, I'm still, because there's so many people, like I know Griffin, if he doesn't win it, say Mr. Lombardi is probably going to be for Summit. So I don't have the official SaveAsUntitled who I'm putting my support behind. There's a very likely chance it's going to be Ryobeat, but I want to hold judgment until we find out who wins Saving Mr. Lombardi. But if you did not see or only watch top 8 at Genesis, Ryobeat, he not only 2-0'd Wizrobe, it was a pretty solid 2-0. It wasn't like, oh, Wizzy's playing really poorly, or like it looked like he had controller issues, or Ryobeat like barely lucked it out. Ryobeat was playing absolutely incredible. He was playing insane against Wizzy. Like I wouldn't say it was like a super clean 2-0, but it was a very strong 2-0. The hype, thank you for the follow. And beating Umarth as well. It's really a shame Ryobeat didn't get to show off his incredible Falcon slaying ability to the fullest extent. I mean, he got a shot against S2J, and that set was pretty close. And it's also really shame. Ryobeat almost had like the run of his lifetime. I mean, he already had the run of his lifetime, but having Westball's in the path, Westball's also, not that I'm obviously completely biased in Weston's favor, was also playing out of his gourd this weekend. So it really was unfortunate that these two players playing incredibly met up there. But still, oh yeah, I didn't even mention. I talked about the Umarth win and the Wizrobe win, which are incredible. He also beat Moki, which in of itself, if Ryobeat walked away from this tournament just beating Moki, that would have been super hype. That would have been incredible. Or if Ryobeat walked away from this tournament just beating Wizrobe, that would have been super hype. But God, and the sad team kill. These guys coming all the way over from the East Coast. They meet. This was the semifinals for, I can't think of the name of the tournament off the top of my head. It wasn't like Syndicate or something. I think it was Syndicate, where these guys met in like winners semis, and they fly halfway across the world, go on runs of their lifetime. We'll talk about Swooper a little bit later. Swooper, I'm super proud of his run at this tournament. He was proud because, again, we'll talk about it later. But Ryobeat is an incredible player. We already knew this already, but Ryobeat made it very, very, very clear how good he is at Melee. You did the Null again. I had too much faith in you, Null. Null, after the local, I had so much faith in you. I was popping off so hard in the chat. Also, M, sorry I took so long to read it. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. We don't have a sub goal again because I completely overdid the sub goal this weekend. I think we got like over 100 subs. Which, again, thank you guys so much. I'm surprised I still have so much to talk about after spending so much of this weekend talking about that. And 6 Past Silver, thank you for the follow as well. Run more ads, no. Also, let me put my notifications back off. Also, tell me, guys, how the lo-fi beats are mixed in the background if they need to go up more. But, yeah. Thank thank you guys so much for this weekend. But let's circle back to talking about top 8 now that I've said how great I think RyoBeat is and how vindicated that I am. I still, again, it doesn't. I was about to do the thing I just called people stupid for doing. And I guess I can say it again before because that won't be in the VOD. Don't go off saying that, wow, Zane was only ranked 6 and he won Genesis. That wasn't a part of the data set that we used to rank Zane. So his performance here, or players like Plup or Axe's lack thereof performance here, does not change, wow, they should have been ranked here. Wow, they should have been ranked there. These results weren't a part of the data set, so it shouldn't have affected it at all. Okay. Also, yeah, no, don't worry too much about how you played. I should maybe while you're here just briefly talk about it. Because Fishbait was on around. Fishbait is from... Do I still have my sheet up? Fishbait is a Peach player who is from... Did I not? Fishbait is going to be one of the players I didn't look up, and now I'm going to look like an absolute dummy. No, oh yeah, there we go. Colorado. Fox and Peach playing 9th best player in Colorado. Yeah. Fishbait won on Terra. I forget who... Oh, Fishbait won the Peach Ditto against Kalamazoo. Yeah. Yes, and you took a game, Noel. It's no big deal. You ran into... I feel like everyone ran into someone going on the run of their lifetime here. Even beat Frodan. Ruined my fantasy team by beating Frodan in the DQ match. Beat Leighton. Oh, yeah, because he was playing Leighton into the match to get into KZoo. Because that was sad to see that Leighton won such a very Puff-favored matchup, even though RyoBeat's been knocking him down on that one over on the East Coast. Yeah, but run to 49th. Really a shame. Leighton, Fishbait almost went on the run of the lifetime and had a really good bracket to do so. Had Chew in the next round, but Chew's been playing good Peaches for years. And beating Null as well. Like, these are the Null, KZoo, Leighton wins are all really, really solid. Null and Leighton obviously being 2 players who were on the ballot but just finished right outside. And KZoo, I forget where KZoo was ranked off the top of my head. Yeah, see, this is why talking about Genesis and doing a recap of this, trying to just talk about top 8 is so hard, because there's so many players went on incredible runs, and so many players went on equally bad runs. Also, I made a... guys, you got the whole Null family here. Null Fan, which is Streamlord, Null 2, and then Nullport. Zane did win Genesis. Once I learned to not fall apart at majors. Yeah, I'm waiting for it, Null. Actually, I think the real major was that local before. Yeah, but losing the Free Palestine and keeping these games close against these 2 players, beating Linguini, the old school Ganon main. No worries at all. And for those of you, I imagine for those of you who've been here this weekend, I'm still going to talk about it real quick. There's a pre-Genesis local that was incredibly hype, and the main reason was incredibly hype is that Null, actually, we found out, Null, all you need to do is to easily lock up a top 100 spot for next year. Just fly over to Europe. Just fly over to Europe. You're just incredible against Europeans. 2-0ing Ice, 3-2ing Prof. That's just the magic Null touch. You got the Chudat gene when you just go, or Zamu, yeah. When you go over to the far East Coast, you just rock people. Yeah, next time there's like, I don't know, for Valhalla 4, well, I guess that'd be next year and that won't help the campaign. But if there's any sort of campaign where Europe's trying to get talented US players to come over, bring Null. One, so either they can show Null that these were flops, which I don't think so. Null was playing absolutely incredible at this Melee local. This had some crazy weird results as well. Kevin winning, eliminating Prof. Prof did win the run back, so I guess he did kind of prove that a little bit there. RyoBeat DQ'd after losing to Prof, and I think RyoBeat made the right call. Yeah, but I'm getting too ahead of myself. I just saw Null and RyoBeat pop in the chat, so I thought I should give them their due praise that they deserve, even though I will forever be singing the praises of Null and RyoBeat whenever they happen. And Kevin played great as well. Yeah, there's so many up-and-coming players. It's so hard. That's why I'm starting to try to put a sheet like this together so we can have a little bit of a better idea of who people play and where they come from. Yeah. What we're going to talk about. Hacks being up 2-0 on HBox mean anything for him? What do you mean? you lost HBox. The year has started yet again, and now Hacks is down 0-1 to HBox, and that's all that matters to me. What was gonna happen? Is that cheat available? I want to put a little bit. See, it's pretty short at the moment, so it's not available just yet. Well, actually, if you're a subscriber, I posted over in the subscribers only group chat in the Discord. So I guess it is Tetrix. I guess technically it is available to you, but what I want to put a little bit more work into it before I make it public. Oh yeah, you guys, I had the not to have myself flex a little bit more now. I had the ultimate option select on this tweet. Wait, where is it? Where's my golden tweet? Where's the golden god? Me popping off for Philly, me popping off for Ryobeat. Here it is. So early in the day on stream, I tweeted out today's the day that Zane beats HBox, because I did that for SFAT last time, and like the thing that happens if Zane doesn't win this set, I just respond to it with today's the day that Zane doesn't beat HBox. But after HBox was going on the tear through losers, I responded with this. I had this right in mind. I had this tweet in mind. I was either gonna say today's the day Zane beats HBox twice, or I was gonna say no one, or something to the effect of no one beats HBox twice in the same day. So I had this option select covered. But let's stop talking about that. Do I think Zane over Mango? What do you mean? Like ranking wise now? Guys, there's absolutely no reason, as much as me, Mr. Me, running a show called The Ranking Show right now. I don't have the graphic over here. I don't have the graphic anywhere. Me on a show called The Ranking Show, there's no point to put together a ranking now. If we're talking about seeding, we're talking about seeding, that's much better. Then I'm stupid and illiterate. For seeding, I'd probably say like Zane, HBox, Mango seems like it makes a lot of sense. But again, seeding really depends a lot on like projected matchups more than ordering. Like maybe you set the first seed and then everyone else is based off projected matchups. But I want it because that's going to matter for Summit, I guess. So yeah, I guess we would be worrying about seeding for Summit. But I think all of that, again, more depends on projected matchups than seeding's not to be like, man, you guys really think this is the order of the top 6 people with recency bias right now? It's 100% more with more about projected matchups. Yeah, Happy Gates got the right idea. That is the ranking right now. That is the Jackzilla formula for ranking people. Professional streamer? I don't know about that one, Chief. Well, I mean, I just got denied from the partner program, so definitely not. Yeah. Okay, and we can talk about like each set individually briefly. It was definitely clear to see, and you heard, I believe it was Vish talking about it on commentary, that something was up with Nun's controller a little bit, doing a lot of weird throw options. I think he was saying back throw instead of down throw. And it makes sense. But Nun was also missing going for a whole lot of reads instead of like tech chases or follow-ups. So that also kind of played a factor in him losing that set. But again, Fiction we saw, I believe it was in this set where he was pulling off incredible combos. And all weekend, Fiction was playing really good. He was a gamer. He should have, I'm not going to say he should have beat Leffen because he didn't beat Leffen, but he played really, really well against Leffen. Fiction's looking really good. I think as a whole, Bobby Scar said something about this in Grand Finals that he talked about with Mango. It really does feel like 2020 is a clean slate for Melee, especially with the performances we're seeing right here of Zane winning is the biggest timing of that. We saw that also over in Ultimate, MK Leo not getting the 4-peat. A whole lot less interesting than Melee, but you don't need to tell me that again. It is, I guess, the Shroom's incredible performance kind of plays with the narrative a little bit, but I think the best indication of that is one, Zane winning, and then the big set that everyone's been talking about of Plup and Axe playing for 25th. It is, maybe I wouldn't say it's a in with the new school and an out with the old school, but I think it's a more of a dissolving of tiers, if that makes sense. Like Daryl's a good example of old school coming back and still being like, yo, I'm a threat here. And I guess you could say the same thing about Shroom. Yeah, so I don't think it's for 33rd. Damn. Nonetheless, I was incorrect. I was stupid. Yeah, I think it's saying that there's no like hard gaps anymore. Or there definitely are hard gaps at levels. It's not completely dissolved. but anyone on any given day can win a set of Melee. Everybody's so good right now. Yeah, there's still clearly one top tier, H God, but yeah, it's an incredible way to start off the year, and if tournaments continue like this, it gets real scary for everyone. C-Boy and Knob NMV NUV, thank you for the follows as well. Prime Blur. Prime Blur doesn't exist. Yeah, it was weird seeing Plup go all Fox and Bracket. I mean, it worked out against Axe. And Pew Pew was playing incredible as well. Maybe is the year, this is the year where Pew Pew finally passes SFAT in the ranking. Even though they both had pretty good weekends. SFAT, as usual, having a quiet, alright weekend. Beating Panda, losing to SFAT. Losing to Hacks Money, beating Billy. He had a bit of a Fox gauntlet here. There's a couple of areas of the brackets that were like Fox gauntlets. We had like a Fox gauntlet here, nonetheless. Yeah. Have we talked about Lord Hacks yet? Yeah. I think I'm trying to think off the top of my head where Hacks peaked at when he was still playing on controller, but it really honestly feels like Hacks is playing incredibly. Like Hacks, he almost beat HBox again. He consistently is taking HBox to the brink. Like now that HBox had, obviously I don't think HBox was spending particular time just focusing on getting ready for Hacks this weekend. But now that he had footage of two sets of having footage of playing against Hacks, and he still almost lost that set, I think that really speaks to how good Hacks is. And obviously the whole beating Leffen thing, pretty good. Pretty good to see from a Fox player beating arguably one of, if not the best Fox player in the world right now. Yeah, the two St. Practice coming in clutch. And also people are memeing about that this is the first major in a while that Prince of Boo was at and HBox didn't win. Yeah. Yeah, but what is this, like, Yaz going on here? I really hope this is actually copyright free, or I guess I'm making negative dollars on the YouTube ad revenue for this episode of the Ranking Show, but it's gonna be worth it for this banger. Yeah, Leffen was playing a little bit off his game. Also, looking really great for Melee as well. Not mainly the Leffen friendship. I probably won't be able to. Also, I'm gonna, one of these days, I'm just gonna pull up something when I go on Twitter. It's just a bad idea because anything can be posted there. Did he post the legendary picture? Well, I could just describe it instead. There's a picture of him and like HBox hugging, which is really, really cool. But what I'm more looking for is, yeah, this one. The 5th ain't too bad to start my comeback, all things considered. It looked like Leffen was just like, even though he played like garbage, he was still like in a good mood, not salty after that. That's super awesome. Oh, is this the legendary picture? Yeah. It's 2020 Melee. 2020 Melee is looking incredible. Also, I'm pretty sure we beat Ultimate in viewer numbers again. Again, it's not a competition. If Ultimate gets more viewer numbers, it's also good for Melee. But it little feels good, man. Yeah, I was super happy seeing the Leffen tweet. It did help counteract we saw a lot of people who busted out this tournament. And again, I don't want to like turn the spotlight to them again, or feel like I'm dunking on them. But we did see a lot of negative tweets for people who performed pretty poorly this weekend. I hope that, they turn around. Actually, while I'm talking about that now, yeah, Rascal, I actually helped Emp Lemon with that video, and apparently I just saw at the beginning of the stream that my name's in the credits for that. I read the script before and like double checked on stuff. Emp's a really cool dude. He like reached out to me. That's when I felt so cool that he reached out to me for that and like asked me to help him with it. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. So what I was saying about of people making sad tweets, but one of the happiest stories, even though we're going to continue talking about top 8 today, I just want to bring this up one more time for people who weren't here. So the swooper, Samus Main from New Jersey, who I believe just barely made the top 100. Yeah, 99th. I think on my list, I either had him at 100 or 99. So I'm still really glad to see it. More Sami on the list is always really great to see. But the story of Swooper this weekend begins a little sad, and for Tri-State really began on day one, was not looking great. So Swooper had his pull on day one, and he lost to Soccer Mom 69, who I believe, do I have Soccer Mom 69? Is a Marth, the second best player in Sacramento behind Trap Lord, Marth from Sacramento. Lost a close game 3 set with him. And a really, really rough way to start off your tournament. He ended up making some tweets just like being like, damn, I came all the way out here and got really, really got washed in pools. This sucks. But then I love the stick-to-itiveness, and it shows really great about his mentality. And I'm not going to spend too long on this because the last couple of streams I talked about this a lot. I'm just like, I feel like a proud dad. I don't know, because I'm not like the only person who's rooting for Swooper or the only one who's a fan of Samus, but I feel like I've just been paying attention a lot to Swooper lately, especially because I've been paying attention a lot to a lot of tri-state, New Jersey, New York locals. But he persevered, eliminated Chudat from the event, eliminated Bimbo, who, where was Bimbo ranked? Well, I know Bimbo is ranked pretty highly. Chudat was the highest ranked Ices this year, beating Nikki, who also got upset. They were supposed to meet on winner's side, but they met on loser's side, and beating Nikki, who, again, he doesn't have a lot of Samus practice now that I'm blanking on the Samus main who halfway through last year did not keep playing anymore because of other things. But going on an absolute tear, beating Chudat, Bimbo, Nikki, Dady is the player I'm thinking of. Thank you very much. But that's incredible to see. I'm super, super proud. Proud is the best word I can use. That Super was able to keep his mentality up, stuck to it, and kept on powering through. Absolutely incredible. Proud of him. Let's go back to talking about top 8, though. Yeah, Curb drowned. Guys, we knew Curb was going to drown. I love Curb as well, but we kind of knew. It's very much expected. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Nikki got, like, 65th losing to Mango and Swooper, which is rough. Finchy, though, oh, God, I don't want to talk too much about the upsets because a lot of the people who are here already heard me talk over and over again this weekend about upsets on day 2 down 1. Yeah. So what else in top 8 happened that was interesting to talk about? Hax beating Leffen, we kind of touched on that. Hax decimating Shroomed. The first game looked a little rough, but Hax absolutely decimated Shroom, kind of as expected. I was so mad because if you guys were watching the Vish set, Vish was reading from, and I can give you proof because I had a wrong stat on there that I'm pretty sure he printed out the paper and I only caught it a little bit later, so I wasn't able to correct it for him. But because Vish read my incorrect stat on Leffen versus Mango. Oh yeah, because I deleted off my sheet. But I was mad. I was super mad at Vish. Well, I wasn't like mad at Vish. I was like, Vish, you didn't read this stat sheet correctly. He kept on saying about how Shroom was probably expected to win this because Shroom won their last match. But I think you put too much credence in this stat and not enough in, hey, Shroom lost to a bunch of Foxes last year. And Hax did like alright, beat one of the best Sheiks in the world. Well, I think technically the best solo main Sheik ranked in the world. Because not counting Pluff or Mewtwo King because they're not like solo mains, and was even against another one of the really best Sheiks in the world. So I think he little misinterpreted that, and that's another, I guess that's an interesting thing you can say about statistics where I had the exact same data set that he did and like the same readouts from here, and I took this data as being like, hey, Hax is extremely favored, and Vish took this data and was like, hey, Shroom might be the person to win this one. Also, Cheddar, thank you for the follow, and Matt Lamar as well. Yeah, and also he's doing commentaries right on the spot. He's talking in front of like 20, 30, 40K people, and I'm talking in front of 100 people, so it's a whole lot better. But super, I also thank you again so much, Vish, for reaching out to me and getting all this information, making sure you're informed on commentary. Absolutely incredible. I really appreciate that. I still gotta send him my Venmo, even though like it was great having this information for myself anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 117 people, my bad. Oh, it's 128 now. Pog. Yeah. But it's just such a great weekend. I'll go off. I'll plan to talk about this tangent real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this because there's a lot of other stuff to talk about, but I wanted to let you guys know. So after the Aklo video, making YouTube videos isn't the most monetarily viable thing. And after the Aklo video came out and like pretty underperformed, especially based on like how much effort I put into that, I was greatly considering, like I was thinking just logistically and like monetarily wise, like this YouTube thing is going to work out. And I was like, across the last couple of weeks since that video came out, I was like, this might be the sun going down on the SaveAsUntitled channel, or me having like give this up or push this up to the side. But thankfully, this Genesis weekend, like super, with all the subs and all the support that I got, even though I got denied from partner, it really kind of revitalized my hope that I'm going to be able to work this out. But I just wanted to let you guys know about that and just say thank you so much for all the support you gave me throughout this weekend. I just wanted to let you know and kind of let you a little bit inside on that, because I was definitely feeling a little down about how badly the Aklo video performed, and kind of just in general about stuff that led up to that everything wasn't going to work out. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate it so much. And what an incredible weekend. I was like, legitimately, when I put out that tweet this weekend about how happy I was, how everything went, I was like on the verge of tears with just like how super happy everything went. Awesome. Yeah, let me see if I missed anything else from you guys. No, I don't think I did. Coke Gaming. Yeah. Twitch said no the partner because they saw it, rightfully so, they saw this weekend, maybe it's just peaks, not consistency. Yeah, no, it makes sense. But let's keep on talking, keep on giving you guys the content, because we still haven't talked all the way through top 8. What? So, Hacks beating Shroom, kind of expect, where the hell else am I going to get those melee stats? Amen, brother. Hacks beating Leffen, I think we kind of talked, you guys are talking about how the Foxtrot and all that jazz. I'll let that comment discussion go. Ooh, excuse me. So I believe we talked about the Hacks Leffen set. A huge surprise. I was very much, and I will admit my fault on this, I very much said that I didn't think either Hacks or the winner of this set, whoever won these sets, was going to make it past. And I guess I was wrong on the Hack side. And Fiction taking a game off of HBox was really incredible. I'm like, Hacks and Fiction moving forward, I definitely got, obviously we've had our eyes on Hacks for forever, and he used to be, I forget, I don't want to speak before my time on where Hacks' highest rank ever was. I want to say it's probably like 2015. I'm going to spend a brief time trying to get it, and if I don't get it off the top of my head, we'll keep on going. 6 in 2013? 6 in 2013. Yeah, so I don't want to super jump the gun and say that we're going to get a top 6 Hacks again, especially because how different the game has been in those 7 years since then, because a lot has changed. But if Hacks is able to consistently keep this up and like continue to at least take games, maybe even take sets, maybe I gotta just stop underestimating Hacks. But if Hacks is able to keep performing like this, putting the pressure on HBox, beating Leffen, going on incredible runs, I want to remind myself again who else he beat this weekend. Did he beat Pew Pew? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Pew Pew, who beat Plup's Fox and IBDW's Fox. Hacks was able to only drop a game to him, beating West, who is playing really hot. SFAT is always playing pretty solid. Like, Hacks had, even before top 8, even without the Leffen win, he was looking incredible. Hacks was looking top 20 easily, no question. But now, beating Leffen and putting the pressure on Xbox again on their 3rd set of the year, pretty hype. Who did his other loss come to? Oh, he had the shot to be double eliminated by Leffen. Yeah, his losses coming from Leffen and HGod, absolutely incredible. Hacks is looking really good. Wow. Yeah. Oh, HBox. Yeah, HBox's path here. Like, what is HBox's biggest win? Mango. Yeah, HBox's biggest win in the tournament was Mango. That was the only. Well, I guess you'd say. I guess the Hacks win's really good now. Yeah. I'm not ready to say Hacks top 10 just yet. And yeah, HBox missing rest was a little weird champ to see as well. Yeah. But wow. Yeah, I think Zane really needs to send some money over to Panda real quick. Like, I guess it's the Ghost Panda Global sponsorship coming through for Zane. Zane's still feeling him. Also, how does Ludwig keep on winning everything? But we're gonna not talk about that. That Panda saved. Zane was about to like make an easy walk through here. And again, something speaking on Zane's win here. I talked about this briefly on the pregame show yesterday. How clean Zane looked against S2J of this match that used to be a pretty huge cause for concern for Zane, that he was able to clean this one up. And that was my big inkling of how I thought it was looking to be a good weekend for Zane. I still did think HBox was gonna win, but you can't really blame you for that. Any betting man would have chose HBox to win this tournament, and he almost did. He was very close. If HBox clutched out what was it, a forward air? Was it a forward air or up air off the top of stadium? If HBox won set 1, I don't think Zane wins set 2. HBox is still very, very close. And HBox played pretty well on this Fox gauntlet of his own. Kept it really close. The composure, was it the hack set that he lost the first 2 games? Yeah. The composure to lose those first 2 games and then just decimate hacks in the back half. H-God still H-God for a good reason. Yeah, but Zane's power, absolute power against HBox and S2J looking real good. Yeah. I started you can quote Gavin on this. After that Dreamland game, I started like hysterically laughing as soon as the rest started coming through. I was like, I know exactly what is happening here. And I thought the same thing was going to happen. I mean, we all saw the same thing happen with the Mango set as well. But I've seen the HBox do this so much. Oh yeah, Fendi's 65th was really incredible as well. Yeah. Rascal, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I'm sorry I don't have another sub goal set up for you guys just yet, but yeah, Fendi beat Nintendo. Yeah, but Hacks looking incredible. Zane obviously looking incredible. Had a great weekend. Zane winning Genesis without dropping his set. The thing that Bobby kept saying, and it was incredible to hear, that this was Zane's first time in the top 8 stage of Genesis, and he won it, which is incredible. Looking forward, I want to see. We're still not done talking about top 8, but it kind of crossed my mind of what's the next major. I know we have Summit coming up. Oh wait, there's a 2021. I know we have Summit coming up, but what's the first major after that? Do we not really have anything for a while? I guess it's Full Bloom if people decide to show. Oh, it's Pound, then Full Bloom. Yeah, so we have another like warm-up weekend into a huge weekend again, I would assume. Damn, that seems so long. I don't have to wait, and I guess we do have like SaveAsUntitled Lombardi Summit right now, but man. Can we get another? I guess CT. Some of these events like Dreamland has a shot to be big. CT GamerCon, Phantom potentially. A lot of people usually go down to Australia for that. DreamHack, there's usually pretty big prize pools. I hope there's something big. Frostbite has. I forget if that's big. Wait, I'm looking at the Not Just Melee page. This is the only page I need in my life. Yeah, man, I need more. I need more big tournaments again. And maybe Evo will bring us back. Oh, the schedule. I got you. Yeah. Run by the Crimson Blur in Aiden. Hacks win Summit? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, was this Leffen's worst placing? Did it tie for that? Smash and Flash 6 is probably not happening. We have Riptide instead. Oh, Riptide's super late in the year. I didn't realize Riptide is a second half of the year one. I imagine the summer rankings are going to be capped off by Smash and Splash. Or, well, when did the summer rankings come out last year? I don't know off the top of my head, but it seems like probably around that time, maybe MoWoCon. Maybe Gamo might be the last. Oh man, the summer of Smash. I'm already excited for the summer of Smash. Yeah, Hacks winning Summit feels like a super, super hot take. Because predicting for Summit is a whole nother beast as well, because it's so different from every other tournament with how prepared for everything everyone generally is. Or I guess you could say in a different way, some players are a lot better when they have all this time to prep, or they're playing they're instead. So say for like a major like this, HBox has to play like a 12. How do I want to go about saying this? Their Summit format is very different than like a major format, where pretty much every set you're playing is against people you'd be meeting in like top 16 or top 8. Whereas at a major, you're playing hypothetically, you're playing progressively better and better players. Yeah. And Project Utopia is the right idea. Some players like Plup, maybe he gets burnt out from playing at Summit, but he's historically done Plup's historically done really, really bad at Summit events, so it wouldn't be surprising. Did Plup make any mentality tweets after? Actually, I think this might be better for looking up this about Plup. Did Plup make any summer mentality tweets after the event? Yeah, so 4th at Smash Summit 1, 5th at Summit 2, 5th at Summit 3, 5th at Summit. Where's like, he got like 17th or something, 5th. Okay, actually not nearly as bad. There's the 9th, the 7th. Not nearly as bad as one would expect. Like for someone like Plup, about where he's hung out for the last forever and a half, that's not bad at all. Maybe that's just melee propaganda. Mango clearly prep for Amsa. Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to speak on that as well. Mango, that's really speaks to how good I think Mango can potentially perform this year with how clean he looked against Amda. He did still look like classic Mango against Triff, where he just like forgot the play for a couple of games. But Mango, he played fine in those last 2 ones. I was more focused on the West Balls, whoever West Balls was playing on the secondary stream during this. But how clean Mango looked during AMSA, and that you guys are saying in the chat that you could definitely tell that he was prepped for that. That's some high quality Mango here. And Mango lost this. He lost to 1st and 2nd place. Mango, again, and Mango tweeted out about being disappointed how he performed. He should be super proud of how he performed. He almost beat the guy who won the tournament and almost beat the guy who got 2nd in the tournament. Mango played really, really well. Like, Mango's playing better. I don't think you need me to say this to you, but Mango's been playing better than he has in a very, very long time. This really does. Maybe that whole clean slate thing that he was talking to Scar about, that 2020 is like a new start. Maybe that's just the kind of mentality he needs. Because the last couple of years, barring the last, like, 4 months, it's been like a pretty, I wouldn't say like a sharp decline for Mango, but it hasn't been the best last couple of years for Mango, but it's looking real solid. I mean, he's not going to be happy if he's 3rd, if not that I think this is going to be how the entire year plays out exactly like this, that Mango would be like the 3rd best in the world. But I know Mango, if that did happen, Mango's not going to be happy with 3rd. He wants to be number 1 again. Yeah, I honestly don't know heads or tails what to make of Plup. And maybe it kind of just seems like his heart isn't completely in it. Again, I feel like, especially with someone like Plup, I don't want to armchair psychology him. But I think his choice of only playing Fox throughout the tournament does really feel like he's not trying everything he can to win it. But yeah, so we'll have to see. I'm definitely Plup someone. For those of you, I guess the Plup to Tweak analogy probably isn't the best thing in the world. I can kind of see some parallels there, but I don't think Tweak's not winning. I think I put more on mentality and less on character choice now that we've found out that, like, it really doesn't seem like the character thing is that does it. Yeah, I think Plup. It just right now Plup. He said he's playing only Fox because he doesn't think he can dual main. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I that is really like an important piece of information. I'm gonna read that out because I know a lot of people listen to the podcast by just like listening to it. Totally Butts in the chat said he's playing Fox, only Fox because he doesn't think he can dual main and play 2 Smash games at the same time, and solo maining Fox will go further than Sheik ultimately. So I think that's actually, it pretty much answers all of my questions about Plup, and he got 17th, 25th here. Like, that's cool. That's like totally understandable. Like, he'll get back in it. Him splitting his time between games definitely is a bit concerning for him maintaining his spot amongst the top. But guess we'll have to see. Who was it that Plup lost to on loser's side? Lost to Army. Yeah, maybe we're getting to the days. Again, it is probably too early to call about how the rest of Plup's year is going to be. But the big reason why I kept Plup so high on my ranking and why he finished so high on this ranking is that he had this consistency, and he was kind of like a gatekeeper to the highest level, despite the fact that he was swinging against the top a little bit, most notably against Zane. Oh, also, Plup, that's really good for Zane's advancement in brackets moving forward as well. If Plup's staying solely Fox, that's really good for Zane, and I guess other people who, I can't think off the top of my head, who his Sheik has given a little bit of problems in the past. That's really good for Zane. Also, him going full Fox that's probably bad for like everyone else. Bad for him against everyone else at the top level. Because I think his Sheik, again, I don't know all the plup stats off the top of my head, but I think his Sheik would probably do better against Wizzy, even though I guess he did beat Wizzy last year. Well, I don't know if that was Sheik or Fox. But I think he'd probably be better with Sheik against Axe. He'd probably be better with Sheik against... Actually, I don't know. I still think I have less faith in Puff's Fox against all these players who play a whole lot more Foxes than they play Sheiks. Yeah. But yeah, definitely good for Zane. That is the full extent I'll make on that statement. Yeah. Wizzy definitely needs to attend more tournaments. Axe will slay Zane next time they play. Yeah, so I still stand by the fact that the real person who helped win this tournament, it's all on Panda. The Ghost of Panda Global is giving Zane a little bit more help. When does the new spreadsheet start? As soon as Wheat is able to do it. Wheat's coming back from Genesis, so he's a little tired. Yeah, what else do we need to talk about in top 8? So we talked about Mango. Mango getting a very respectable third, pushing first and second of the tournament. Give me a second. Can you guys be a little quieter? You guys are being really loud. Cool. Yeah. Nonfiction was really sick. I don't know if Nonfiction was really sick. I think it was more... you could tell that None was, like, obviously fluffing J Marvin hitting with the oh shit. Well, I'm literally doing my job. This isn't like some goofy Luigi's Mansion stream where there's only 10 people here at most. So I'm doing my job. Face roll talk? Dude, I can talk about that briefly because I think we've talked about a lot of the stuff in top 8. It feels so... heartbreaking might be the best word to use, that there's so many players who went on there's so many players who quote unquote went on the run of their lifetime this weekend and ended up getting 9th at Genesis, one of the most stacked tournaments. There was like 70, 72, 71 of the top 100 here. I don't know if that it counts for Squid dropping out, but that they got 9th place at one of the most stacked tournaments of all time. Definitely, I'll say this. I can say this without a doubt. I think Genesis 7, so far in 2020, is the most stacked tournament that has happened this year. By far, full cap, clip me on that. Genesis 7 is the most stacked tournament that has happened this calendar year. Full stop. Full stop, baby. Yeah, but the fact that Swedish beat Mewtwo King, Triff, La Luna, Amita, who is a Puff player who, I forget who they beat this weekend, from Kentucky, who went on an absolute run. Oh, man, I'm about to go out there again and tell them to quiet down. They're being a little loud. I'm a snap. I'm about to snap. Yeah, 70 top 100 players. Absolutely nuts. No one talking about Ice 3-0 Prof? Nah, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, there were the several missed rests aren't like super concerning. Definitely a little bit, but hopefully he cleans it up. That's what happened. Was it Mango's birthday bash where he dropped the set that hacks, but then he just stopped dropping rest and then he won the next set? Cappy, thank you for the follow as well. Well, Tetrix, it's not that you can hear them. It's that I can hear like a full conversation that is happening, and it's hard to focus on like reading chat and keeping all these stats in mind and trying to think about where I'm going forward with stuff about that. So it's not for you guys picking up. It's more for me being able to still focus, and that's why I like doing the music as well, because that helps me zone in on that. But like the walls are just too thin. Can I talk about the Never Ever video? Yeah, I'd read over the script to make sure everything was good on that for Emp11. Oh yeah, that we can talk about that as well. I completely forgot about it. Let me finish up my thoughts on people getting 9th, and then we can talk about Mewtwo King beating an Ices. So it really feels super incredibly bad. Also, None with the reverse 3-0 against Amsa looking absolutely incredible. That Amsa already was invited to Summit, but that Face Roll beat IBDW, beat Wizrobe, 2 close Game 5 sets, and then who did he beat before he got dropped down here? beat Swedish, lost to HBox. Yeah, lost to HBox and Fiction, who were both playing out of their gourd this weekend. He got 9th, and that's not enough to earn him an invite at Summit. And Amsa played all right. He beat Mutaking. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the big thing here. Him beating Mutaking, kind of turning that around because Mutaking won their last 3 sets. And I know it's been a while, but Sheik Yoshi is a pretty tough matchup, especially against one of the best Sheiks ever to play the game. And someone like Mutaking, who I'm more faithful against playing these weird matchups because he knows a lot of the technical data, and that really doesn't go away even if you haven't played one of those matchups in a long time. But doing all that and still getting 9th, insane. We also missed out on, if y'all weren't paying attention to the Summit invites, everyone who made top 8 on loser side gets a free invite to Summit. So we'll be seeing None, Fiction, Shroomed, and Hacks, which, God, I'm glad we get to see Hacks and Fiction. Not that I'm not glad about None and Shroom at Summit, but I feel like we'd be missing out if we didn't have Hacks or Fiction at Summit. But if None didn't win this set, I know that, I forget, someone said, who out of these, I think Swedish said he'd be dropping out if it happened. But if None didn't win this set, we would have had 3 of the invites in top 8, so they would have got it. They're the 3 highest placings. And then we would have had 4 players who weren't already invited to Summit at 9th. So that would have meant that these would have been None, Face Roll, Pew Pew, and Swedish Delight playing a round robin for the last Summit spot, which would have been nuts. I'm very selfishly glad that None won this set because I really wanted to go to bed. Because I sat in this chair for the first time in like forever. Well, I don't think I've ever just like, because I was very trying to be as informed as possible for this weekend. I like sat here watching both Genesis streams pretty much all throughout Saturday. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, but it's really kind of heartbreaking and disappointing that the runs that these players on. Pew Pew beat IBDW and Plup, if I remember correctly. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, Plup and IBDW, surprisingly having a tougher game against IBDW than Plup. Well, I guess that's Cody's the Fox main, and Plup's kind of just getting used to the solid. But he beat both of those Fox mains, and then again shows how strong Hacks was playing this weekend, and got 9th. Didn't win the event. Absolutely sad. Who do I think will win Lombardi? I still gotta wait to see some seeding come out. That's going to be this week's video. Storylines to look out for Lombardi, plus some stream coverage, because it's a Saturday-only event. The plan is pretty straightforward, some might say. To do a pregame show. They say the schedule was released, but I can't find out where the schedule is. If anyone knows, well, I guess I could just DM Face Roll Kodoran. Kodoran's here sometimes. Noam, you might be able to ask some of these boys about what's going on. If there's like a schedule of what's going on for the tournament, because I would love to say ahead of time and get planned on how I want to do my stream coverage of this. But definitely going to be doing some coverage and a video on it this week. Settle Pant, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. But what was I saying? Curve for Summit. No. As much as I think Curve is really cool, especially what we saw from this weekend. Yeah, Mr. Lombardi has the last Summit spot that isn't voted. And this is not to shit talk players like Curb or Curve. But especially in this day and age, after this tournament, where we're seeing these players on the huge come-ups, or players being able to challenge the throne here, I would rather see someone more at the top 50, top 40, top 30, top 20 level than someone like Curve or Curb. Not that I don't like them as players or as people, or I don't think that like Luigi or Game & Watch are valuable, but I think I would rather have, and I'm not going to be mad, I'm not going to throw a fit that if we have like a Game & Watch at Summit. But yeah, I would very much rather see Noel. I would actually really would want to see Noel at Summit. Like Noel would be an incredible choice, because we have a really, I feel like I'm going to just start talking about Noel like every stream all the time. Not that I kind of already do, but Because we've two different actually not really. I was gonna say two different nulls we saw between the Made tournament and this one, but it Made he beat Ice and Prof, lost the run back to Prof, and I believe Kevin Maples was his other loss. And then we have at this tournament losing the Free Palestine and Fishbait. I guess the Fishbait is a little bit weird, but we still, I feel like Null could really, it would be really great for Null. Someone like that, like if we're not getting someone who's at the top level, who's going to be able to take a ton of sets off these, like number 1, 2, 3 in the world, I would love to see someone who we know has a lot of potential that would get a lot of use out of being at the Summit House. And again, I'm not saying that I don't think Curve or Curb wouldn't get, I should have picked two different names for the example going forward. But like, I'd rather have someone who I feel like I want to make it, is utilitarian the way I'm looking at it, that I would want whoever can get the most value out of those vote-in spots, I think who's someone I would want to see. And I feel like, again, nothing against these players, I just want to make it abundantly clear, I think Noel could get more out of it or not. You're only good at locals? Just think of Summit as a very long 4-day local. Yeah, there you go, Noel's got it. Yeah, Noel for Summit. Yeah. So the perfect, yeah. Noel and I are the same wavelength here. Damn. But I still don't know. I still don't want to officially throw my support for Summit behind someone. Because it's like, I really want Ryobeat to make it. I really want Noel to make it. I'd love to see Magi make it. Magi's another person where I really think that she could get a whole lot of being there and playing against a lot of these players. I think that'd be really awesome to see. It's not a local without Nut. Yeah, get Nolan Nut in. Am I talking about saving Mr. Lombardi? Like, briefly. Yeah. Kevin Maples would be another cool choice. There's so many cool choices that I'd love to see at Summit. That's why, I expect my endorsement for Spark? Oh, no. See, I want Spark to make it. I want Ryobeat to make it. Now I want Noel to make it. I'd love to see Kevin make it. Like, do we have the Summit? Are the nominations up? Because I don't want to throw it. Wait, we already had, this tournament already happened. Yeah, who do I want to vote into Summit 8? That's a tough decision. Definitely not Axe. Opt-ins are glitched? Damn. I'll at least peep it if I can. Bryson, I'd love to see there. Yeah, this is the real gamer check. If you can tell by their picture and one letter what player they are, that's how you know you're a real one. So I'm gonna assume that's Albert. Albert, Albert, I made you a video. At least when Absent Page ran his Summit campaign, he used my video for that. What the hell? Okay, so I'm not supporting Albert. Magi not using my video makes a lot more sense. It's a little outdated. Albert does not get my support. Do I see any more SaveAsUntitled videos here? Nope. Okay, the only person I am not endorsing for Summit is Albert. Everyone else I will vote for. Robert, what did Robert, he posted some classic Robert stuff, I'd imagine. Yeah. Axe was 0 nomination. So, okay, I'll say this. So next week, oh wait, Axe has to, oh yeah. That's rough. Hey, maybe that would be really cool. I mean, it wouldn't be cool for all the players who want to get in saving Mr. Lombardi, but I think it'd be really cool if Axe showed up here and like won his spot in. Oh wait, Axe is already automatically invited. I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. Oh yeah, Fiction can get out of here. Yeah, I'm stupid, guys. Don't worry about me. Talk about Dreff versus Army. Dreffin, I for the last time I will say it, Dreffin should have played Zelda more. Lib Boy, thank you for, I assume that's how you, Lil BB Boy. No, that's it, not Lib Boy. Lib Boy sounds like I'm calling you names in a political argument. Lil Baby Boy, thank you for the tier 1 sub, I appreciate it. Bambi and Summit? Lib, you silly Lib Boy. But thank you for the sub, that's a save W in the chat. Wait, Bambi did qualify? Yeah, but like of the players, I'd love to see... Players already been approved. Yeah, I don't know why these guys are here. Kodoran being there. Wait, why does Kodoran have the slime on the scene skit? Kodoran, is that Trevioli? I can't tell from that. Why did he link a VOD, a 4-hour VOD of a tournament? What? Why would you? if we're just going through and that's bad. That is a bad choice. Just link one of your sets. Did he win this tournament? That makes it a little bit better. But literally download the thing. Download Grand Finals yourself. Chop it up. Put it in there. Like, this is better. Sunsei. Oh yeah, I'd love to see Sunsei there. Love to see Calvar there. Ringler. Maybe not. Maybe Ringler. Bambi. Gotta rep my Philly boy. Hey, did Slug put in a nomination yet? Slug definitely qualified. Are we gonna have the Philly force behind Slug? I'd love to see Slug come in and make it. That'd be hype. Oh, what are you telling me, no? What? Let me know, no. Ringler would be a better invite than Curb or Curve? What was the best player Curb beat last year? Because I think that's probably, I think you're probably right on that one, no. He is the leader of the bunch, and I would love to know him well. Oh, not skill-wise at all? You just want to dunk on people? Ryan Ford? Yeah, so, yeah. Ringler's the best of the group of low-tier mains. It is Ringler. Ringler's a nut. Well, no, dude. So Ryan Ford and La Luna, putting them on the same level, they are both dropping in skill level. But one player. I think the only example I need. Let's control find La Luna. 53. Let's control find Ryan Ford. A little bit lower. He shouldn't have. I can't believe he got 71st. He should have been so much lower. Should have been so much lower. Ryan Ford did not have a good year. For a second when I was doing that bit, I was like, did Ryan Ford get ranked? Yeah. I'd rather have a win over La Luna than Ryan Ford any day of the week. So what else do we have to talk about on top 8? Because I feel like we kind of slowly progressed our way through top 8, taking these smaller conversations and making them into like bigger ones. Yeah, like I was also surprised with how high Squid got ranked. I kind of am recovering old ground as well on that. Yeah, what else do we got to talk about, ladies and gentlemen? Any crazy runs? I did say on Twitter, asking people to tell me people to talk about. Talked about Fiction and Pew Pew already. I didn't look at Curve yet, but Curve drowned. Yeah, how'd the Europeans do? Wait, why did someone... Trent, why did you say you wanted me to look at Amza? Amza wasn't here. Amza was here, but Amza wasn't here. I'm not stupid, right? Amza didn't, like, Omega Lol drown, right? No. Nikki, unfortunately, got 65th losing the Mango and Swooper. Ice beat Lucky. Yeah, for those of y'all... Yo, Lucky was at this tournament? For those of y'all who didn't get to see that, because the Ice set was off stream, and then he lost... I think the Daryl set might have been off stream as well. But a really, really rough start to the year for Lucky. Especially for someone like Lucky or Fat Goku or Hugs, who've historically performed really well at Genesis in the last couple of years. It was real feels bad, man. He beat Swedish Delight's brother, though. So, there's that. Lucky was very unlucky. Well, I wanna go as far as say he was unlucky. Well, I guess playing Ice was kind of unlucky. You can talk about Ice getting 17th, though. Was pretty hype. I can jump back to that. Beating Lucky, Prof. That's a pretty good statement for him being back, and a pretty good statement in terms of where he falls in the Fox power ranking. Even though he did lose to, well, all of these guys pale into comparison to the greatest Fox in the world. Joey needs to ask. Well, I don't know about. Oh yeah, about playing against Ice. Yeah, guys. He doesn't stand up to the greatest Fox in the world. Null's still number 1 on my list, baby. Null 2020, baby. Oh, we don't need to look at that set, or we don't need to look at this set either. But yeah, no, Null's pretty hype. Null's the best Fox in the world. He would never lose a Ditto. Never lose to any player at all. Null has never lost a set ever. any set that Noel lost, that was actually the other Noel. Like, what happened is, so guys, here's how Noel got 65th at Genesis. So what happened is, you know, like TOs, for those of you, 3 of you in the chat who've actually been to Melee tournaments, the TOs like call out matches. They'll be like, okay, we have Noel versus Fishbait. But what happens when they called out the match? The real Noel, he was hanging out with his boys, hanging out with all the homies, and this Noel was like, oh, I've got to play a match. I guess I'm playing this guy named Fishbait. And that Noel lost the set. And then the real Noel came over to the setup, was like, hey, do I get to play my pool? He's like, no, Noel already lost. And he was just like, what? No, shoot. So that's the only reason Noel lost to Fishbait in Free Palestine this weekend. It was the other Noel guys. And Streamlord, Noel fan just wasn't there to help him. Yeah, it's any set moving forward that you see Noel that is a weird loss for Noel, it was actually Noel, guys. Also, I've never listened to this copyright-free like music playlist before. I really hope it's not like auto shuffling or something going to copyright music, because a lot of this I've been hearing in the background kind of big slaps. So I feel like I'm just getting hit with that. Noel for top 10, yeah. Well, Noel, you already got a nice case. Well, I would across these 2 tournaments, I wouldn't say that's a nice case for top 50, but it's possible. Got some nice wins. Oh yeah, Sock wanted me to talk about him. In Australia, he Millie Rock, and then he lose to Sock. Who's his big wins? Oh, he beat Dupless? Sick. Oh, he beat the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know if CrossFit Jesus is here. I want to keep on using that sock joke every time because it just flows too well. Beating Franz. Yeah, Franz had a bad weekend. Oh, he had to play his... Because I believe this player, is this S.A. Nick? I want to say this is S.A. Nick with the Homer J. Simpson tag. But I'm pretty sure they're both from Australia or like that general area. So that's really rough to see them play. It's like the smaller version of the Swooper and Ryobi playing. But losing to 2 really talented Foxes, that's a really rough, one of the roughest, based like skill potential wise, 65th I think I've seen so far. Losing to Sunsei and Billy. Well, I guess I keep on thinking of Sunsei, especially after his run beating Nunn and 6-0ing Moki. I keep on thinking of Sunsei as a top 50 player, which is probably going to be how it's gonna work out by the end of the summertime. But he's like rank. If we're talking about where Sunsei's resume got him and his rank was last year, then that's like not the worst loss in the world, and as well for Billy. Billy was like a hit away from beating Prof, if I remember correctly. Billy had played really well. I think he's another person who it doesn't represent. Wait, you said they were literally him and Homer J. Simpson teamed? That's such a feels bad, man. When you fly halfway across the world and then you just get rocked by bracket luck. Yeah, I'm assuming that's S.A. Nick, if that's his name. I'm pretty sure I follow most of these guys. Yeah, I didn't know. Rainbow had a really good run as well. Rainbow got close to... Well, it actually doesn't look like Rainbow had a really good one. I forget who Rainbow played on stream. But was real close of a set. Wait, there's 100 people, 150 people here? Well, hopefully the Twitch partner people see this and realize, yo, it's pretty hype, pretty pog, champ. Maybe it's against Ladondis. Yeah, he won like game 1 against Ladondis and almost closed out that set. Still was looking really, really good, though. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a hard bracket for 129th. The hype. I do also like the word hype, but I'm beginning to use it a little bit too much. Can I talk about how Genesis compared the COD League? At one event, they were playing an interesting game, and the other event was COD League, so, yeah. Same, please help, lol. Casper had a... What was Casper's bracket? Swooper Gatsu for 129th? Yikes. Casper's got to send an angrily worded letter to Soccer Mom 69 for that one. Ooh. Poor Casper. Do I follow Casper on Twitter? Oh, I do now. I try to follow like as many good Smash players on Twitter as I can. Wait, do I follow? Well, no. Okay, no. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I would have in the past. Yeah, there's so many of these super sad stories in here for like players getting 65th. I did. Oh, no. Well, no. The only reason I had to share your results like that is because I wasn't able to DM you, if I remember correctly. YCZ getting 60. Dreff got 65th. Big Dreff was here, beating Nagy. Oh yeah, Tri-State day one for Tri-State was bad. Nagy lost. Super lost. Leighton lost. Not a good day one for Tri-State. 65th, losing to Robert and Dreffin. Well, that's a rough. Samus Cheek is real bad. Also, if you don't know, YCZ melee stats god. Beating Skittles as well. Skittles is the third best in Louisiana, second best in Louisiana, behind Magi, obviously. Yeah. So a really good tournament for YCZ relative like where he is right now. 15th in NorCal. It's hard out here. So I would love to see YCZ be another Samus main to break it in. Samus god. Yeah, I was going to look at Big Dreff. He got 65th losing the Dark Atma and Army? Wow. Wow. Army had the best sets of the tournament. Oh, yeah. So actually, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'm not going to run ads because I'm gonna probably have the roommates jump in real quick if they want to. But after that, I really want to talk about Mewtwo King's potential versus Ice Climbers moving forward. I completely skipped over that. But this show's going to be a little bit longer than normal, especially because we have so many viewers here. It really helps my stuff. So if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about that I haven't talked about yet, say that in the chat while I'm gone. But I'm going to come back by talking about Mewtwo King versus Army. But I will be right back. Well, I'll ask them if they want to come in. If they won't, I'll run ads. Hey, you guys want to talk to the stream while I go to the bathroom real quick? Okay. Well, you need to make your decision immediately, or I'm going to run ads. Okay, hold on. What? What? Well, okay, you have to decide right now. No, go ahead. Go. All right, hustle.
Hello, stream. It's me. Oh. We're gonna look at some pictures of sharks. Where's the camera? There it is. All right. Hello. Just like your lovely intermission.
Oh, hi. Hello,
Hi.
Oh.
This page describes him as fluid perfection, which feels disgusting. Someone wants to know if they can use your face as an emote. I think he said no last time. Oh my god, look at this one. This one's got a thick jaw. I don't know if you guys can see it. I think it's looking nice.
Oh, I see. Your face, guys.
What else do we got? Oh, that's a good boy.
Oh.
I don't know about that one. Ooh,
Hey.
interesting. Oh, I like this one.
Tiger shark.
Aw,
Look at
that one's cute.
Look at this lad's nostrils. What's going on here?
You gotta lower it.
Oh,
There
there
it
it
goes.
is. What is that? Did he like get a nose piercing?
Perfection.
Like what's good? Oh, you
Let
want
me-
to talk into the mic? Is this good? All right. Thank you.
Mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Gavin, why?
Because I can.
Because he's got a whisper in the ear. He does look like he's got a nose ring.
Yeah. Okay. Another shot of him. Another one. Favorite shark on Shark Tank. I gotta go with my girl Barbara.
It's all about Mr. Wonderful.
Big Barbara.
I was gonna say Mr. Wonderful because that's the only shark I know.
Yeah. And because his name is Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
It must be true.
How wonderful
They
is
want
he?
to put
Look
it
at this
in
one.
there. if it
What is
wasn't
going on here? Also, I would like to take a moment to question this book, because it's literally just pictures of sharks. Also,
It's the only
why
thing you
did
follow.
I buy it? Whatever.
Keep in mind, she has a fear of sharks.
Oh, I do. It's crippling.
My dog did that too.
Oh, oceanic
but
white
she goes
tip.
and sits in the shark tunnel at the aquarium.
Yeah, it actually is just called shark. That's the title.
Nah.
This is the oceanic white tip. Fun fact about them is
Let me get
that
the picture.
currently, okay, hold on. Currently, right, like people think that great whites are responsible for the highest number of human deaths,
Is it the
but
oceanic
a lot of
ones?
scientists have theorized that the oceanic white tip is responsible for a lot more deaths, like because like when ships crash
The
and
viewer
stuff.
dropped like 20 people. Oh god. Get out of here.
So to tell them about sharks. Thank you.
Get out.
Okay, I couldn't have been worse than an ad.
No, well, ads would have made me money. You've made me less money by your. Jesus Christ. Thank you, guys. All right. That was worse than an ad. If you wanted ads, did they tilt my? Why is the green screen wrong? Jesus. Oh, just hit exclamation point unsubscribe and you can unsubscribe real quick. All right, guys. There's your brief break. I'll give you a little bit longer of a stream than normal. Unsub. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit longer stream than normal, especially because like proving to Twitch that I can keep. So essentially, the thing for oh hey Flinchy, the man, the myth, the legend, not the ice climbers, the Falco from Long Island. I was thinking Long Island. We can talk about Mutaking versus ice climbers in a second. But we can. I'm gonna write in your tag wrong, but we can jump over this. I was at 150 viewers. Well, we'll get back up there. Yeah, and I lost 30 viewers from. Yeah, no. Okay, so next time I will not invite them in. I thought it would be fun. It was fun for some people. It was not for others. But that's an incredible way to start off the year. I'd never heard of Flinchy before, which is super super hype. Wins over Ohio's the real thing, and Magi. I was a little bit surprised about it. Not that why is there singing on this copyright-free music? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we learned. It's all about, that's what everything's all about. It's all about learning. What was I going to look up, though? Yeah. Oh, is there a Long Island Smash Discord? That's hype. Finally, people who don't, ooh, I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. We didn't lose, boys. Yeah, we're still, as long as I can every stream, if I can stay over 75 viewers, that's the big thing for keeping partners. So that's all I'm really focused on numbers-wise. Yeah. But yeah, super sick run for Flinchy. Oh yeah, I was going to look at how, where Magi was ranked, because I was thinking that, because I'm glad to see Magi be ranked high. I was just surprised how high she was ranked. Yeah, so a win over 43 and 86. Wait, 43. Huh. That's funny how that worked out. 43 and 86 were the two players that Flinchy beat this weekend, getting 49th. Incredible run. Running into Axe and Mike Hayes, having your two losses be the top 30, top 40 players. Not bad at all, as well as beating a top 50 player and a top 100 player. Magnific. Who won Genesis 7? Oh, it was Zane, baby. Yeah. It's Zane, but definitely someone to be looking out for. Flinchy, have you been attending the Hacks nightclubs? It didn't look like you have anything for upcoming tournaments. Yeah, Flinchy, what do you have in mind for attending tournaments moving forward? That'd be super hyped to see. Also, do I? Yeah, I already do. Yeah. What's your plans moving forward? How you gonna keep it going? Yeah. Registered for Pound today. Let's go. Maybe I'll have to. Pound's definitely. I'm thinking about maybe going to Pound, thinking about maybe going to the water park major that I can never remember, Riptide, Full Bloom, potentially. It's between, like, Full Bloom, Pound, and Riptide. And then, obviously, I'm still going to Fight Pit or Smash, yeah, well, Smash and Splash. Riptide is the new Smash and Splash, yeah. Of those, because all those are, like, pretty close, and I'm already going to Fight Pit, essentially, yeah. So I'll do some sort of viewer poll or whatever down the line of what people would rather see me at. Well, I guess I kind of have to make my decision. Oh, well, maybe we'll see. It's the only thing about it is like logistics and money. Like, if I could work out a way where I go to the tournament and I'm still able to do these like shows. Because I think if I went out to one of these bigger events, I would probably be doing like the coverage that I do here, just like live from the event. I would have to work out the logistics of like internet and stuff like that. But that would essentially be the plan. I wouldn't, as much as I would love to compete at those, if I'm like there, I still want to be like creating content and doing stuff like that, because like, especially with how good this Genesis weekend streams went for me, like I'd be stupid to not do them for all of these bigger events, even if I'm there. You'll be safe, TK, no worries. Just don't say anything stupid. Yeah, Pound is the biggest tournament between those three. Yeah, but it's also like for thinking like cost-benefit analysis for me, because it's probably better for me to be at the SaveAsUntitled home station covering Pound and something like that. Time him out. Yeah. Oh, so I was going to talk about Mewtwo King. I was going to talk about Jason Zimmerman in a positive light for the first time in my entire life. Let's go. I don't know what Philly said, but yeah, that's probably fair. I mean, what he said. That's probably fair. Also, Zeetsty, thank you for the follow. I think Witness, I said, oh, I don't think I think I missed those. Witness, TM Shuckle, thank you for the follow as well. And Flinchy, thank you for the follow. Glad to be followed by a Falco legend. Why is Zane so good at this video game? He's real good. Mewtwo King looking washed. I was actually about to say partially. So we're still kind of the pendulum, I think, is going like back and forth. Actually, a pendulum is a really bad example for this. What analogy am I trying to make? I can't think of the correct analogy to express this, but I still think that's a little bit better. We're kind of like zooming in further on what the exact range Mewtwo King is playing at the moment. So we saw him trading sets with HBox last year, and we're like, wow, he's all the way up here. This is really hard to do with the reverse and the titration. I sort of recognize that word from science class, but the range of where Mewtwo King is operating gets lower and lower every tournament he goes to. But if he stops attending tournaments again, the lens is kind of I'm doing the Sakurai thing. I just realized, but excuse me. I think we're slowly zooming in slower and slower, finding the range that Mewtwo King's playing at. And again, like I said previously in the show, that shouldn't change the level. That Mewtwo King performing bad at this event doesn't mean that he should be ranked lower, or him getting a win over Army showing that he's not that bad against Ices anymore, meaning he should be ranked higher. But we're getting a better feel, because we had a weird combination of results of like EGLX and, let me off the top so I don't have to BS Mewtwo King results. We had like the big house, we had EGLX, and we had him getting 6-0'd by face roll. So we had a pretty weird collection of results from him. DreamHack Atlanta getting by face roll, getting second EGLX, fifth at big house out of nowhere. And then we had obviously the big gap, 33rd and 9th. Oh, well, 33rd at Genesis. So I think we kind of had a bit of a hard reset on how good Mewtwo King is playing right now. And he came back and he was like, wow, he's really good. Wow, he's really good. Oh. So we're starting to get an idea on what 2020 Mewtwo King is going to look like. But most likely, we'll see him revert back into the shadows, go back to playing badly at Ultimate, making content, writing his book. Sorry, if I feel like I leaned too much into dunking on Mewtwo King. Yeah, so I still don't feel like fully confident like betting on Mewtwo King or talking about how strong Mewtwo King is going to perform at a tournament. But yeah, hey, no problem, Storms. Yeah, any sluggers in the chat? Dawson, are you actually switching mains? If I was doing less the coverage this weekend, I was maybe gonna report on that. Are you actually switching names, or are you just memeing? Yeah, Mario Super Sluggers? That was a joke for you? Okay, good. I need Kem to get that good puff practice. Don't be doing that to my boy Kem, and also you're a good puff, so like don't do that. Don't be doing my boy Kem like that. Ugh, jeez. Alright. But you play more Falco, mate? No, stick to the puff. Stick to the puff. So what else? I'll probably at least stream get that 2 hours going in. Oh yeah, send Dawson over to Mario. I think Butts is still here if you need some lessons. Okay, I'm not liking. I think that was the same thing I skipped before. Word. All right. So any more things? I was streaming when the Kobe thing happened. That was really not to trivialize that whole thing, I'm only going to very briefly talk about this. Not to trivialize that whole thing, but it was really, really weird. Like, I was streaming the moment it broke. So I have a better understanding of what, like, broadcasters are like when, like, they're live doing something and they get the news that something crazy happened. But yeah, again, the big takeaway from that, especially even for those of you who aren't, like, big basketball fans like myself, life is fleeting. Tell the people who you love that you love them, and enjoy your life, kind of thing. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad it came out. I'm glad it came off all right, Philly. I had no idea what I was doing. I was flying blind, and then yeah. But okay, so what else do you guys want me to talk about? What else do you guys want me to talk about before I end up the show? I'm gonna at least stream for another, what would be getting to 2 hours, 24 minutes? Yeah, 24 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Hacks Money's run. We already talked a ton about Hacks Money. We already talked a ton about Levin and Hacks, guys. Talk about Colorado. It's a cool state. I hear weed's legal there. That's pretty hype. Where's number? Oh yeah, I completely see. That's crazy for this tournament. Will there be a VOD on YouTube? Yeah, I always post the VOD of the ranking show. The VOD happens. The ranking show stream happens every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and the VOD is always posted sometime around 11 a.m. on Tuesday mornings. Yeah. But yeah, I completely forgot that. Was Non-Esther on stream? I feel like this was getting near the end of the day, and like everything flew over my head. Oh, we already talked about. I already praised Ryobeat extensively. None winning the Ditto, I feel like, is no big surprise here. Oh wait, this one. Oh yeah, it was on. That's why I didn't watch it. Now I remember once you say that it was on Alex19 stream, because I'm like colorblind and the screen's already small and it's a Falcon Ditto. I was just like, who's winning? What's going on? And like it's not like a match between like one player that everyone likes and someone else that like you can tell who's winning by how heavily people are popping off. Absolutely no way to tell. Nuns best of 5 set. Also shout outs to Mike Hayes pushing None to the limit. Best of 5 set. Again, I guess shout out to Ginger for pushing None to the limit. Well, best of 5 set. None had a grueling 20 game run with all the talented players he played there. And then that actually really sucks, playing that grueling 20 game run. He did make it in the summit based off of that, but then having to play Fiction within iffy/broken controller, that feels real bad, man. Did I talk about Wizzy falling flat? Yeah. I think I'm less. I don't want to say I'm super surprised by the Wizzy upset, because I believe that was probably the second biggest upset of the tournament. I think Panda over Axe is number 1. Ryobeat over Wizzy is number 2. But I think we're in a similar situation with Wizrobe as we are for Mewtwo King and for anyone else who attended a small amount of tournaments the last years, that we're getting a better idea. Also, that's a really, I didn't notice that those were the 2 sets. That's a very interesting distinction to see here. And maybe it speaks to the Wizzy's prowess. Well, maybe not Wizzy's prowess in the matchup, or if there's a gap that exists between these two in the matchup. Very interesting to see. Because that's like one of the purest tests of like how good one player is in the matchup compared to someone else when they're playing the same person right after each other. I did not see any of Wizzy's tweets about a bad controller, but I would not be surprised by it. He didn't look like he was playing, like, there wasn't any, like, big technical flubs. Like, in the Nun set, it looked like you could obviously tell something was up, especially with Vish always consistently bringing up, like, what looked a little iffy and all the weird throws. I didn't see, like, it didn't seem like anything too crazy during the Ryobeat set. But I wouldn't be too shocked. Am I going to talk about the HBox doc? I already talked about it briefly. If you watch to the end, my name's in the credits. I helped Emp out with that one, which is pretty hype. Talk about Panda. I forget what else Panda did besides beating HBox. Taking a game off of Shroom, just pretty hype. Beating Nintendo. I'm sad that Ringler didn't beat Nintendo, but I'm so glad that Panda beat him as well. I was this whole like area of the bracket. I was very. I don't think did I say Let me see if I can claim being an absolute god on this one. Let me check. I can literally check the script. If I don't find it soon enough, I'm gonna have to throw it away. There we go. Nintendo versus Panda. I don't think. No, I said it was probable. I said that I said that Panda could upset him, but I didn't say it was gonna. So no. I can't claim that. I can't be like Pika predicting Flipsy over Mango. Yeah. Yeah, but incredible weekend for Panda, beating Axe in a sick way to start off. Well, I mean, we can't be for sure that Panda's going to make the top 100, though. Pudgy Panda beat Axe. Pudgy Panda didn't make it. If you talk to Dark Gen X, you'll say Pudgy Panda was robbed, but we'll have to see. What point did you say? Justify your text? I'm confused. Axe is a top 33 player. Yeah, we should just do. We can do a top. I know I said earlier in the show I wasn't going to do a top ranking for this year, but I think there's a pretty easy way to do one. I don't even feel like I want to continue on that bit because I'm pretty sure Happy Gate said the same thing in the comments. Mateo was robbed. What happened to Mateo? Look at Hugs. Oh, I don't wanna. I'll look at Mateo first. Wow, he really was robbed, guys. Mateo put on a garbage tournament this weekend. I was surprised. He didn't take any bad losses, but he really didn't pick up any good wins, really. Wait. Oh yeah, we looked at this yesterday, but G-Sub's going 2-2, losing the Wasabi. Not bad at all. Oh, we're gonna look at Hugs. Yeah, they didn't even put him on the website. He performed so well that people wouldn't believe it that they took him off. Oh yeah, soon say Big Sad. Most disappointing run? Most disappointing run was probably when I went to Wawa in between sets and they didn't give me my side pickles. But other than that, everyone was pretty like, I wouldn't say it was like super disappointing. Yeah, Hugs getting 65th, really not surprised at all, really. Well, I did call this one. You can definitely look at the sacred text of the SaveAsUntitled video and say that I said that Prince of Boo was going to beat him. And also, shout outs to Dawson. Again, not really like a super surprising thing in retrospect. Puff versus Samus is really tough for Samus, as well as Hugs getting swept by Abu the last time they played. So it's not like me calling on the same level of me calling like Panda versus Axe or something. Yeah, but Hugs underperforming. Hugs has had his focus on Pokemon and being a better streamer and everything else. Not really anything surprising. Sunsei was definitely a feels bad man. I think Sunsei was in the chat one of these streams. Wait, what is? Yo, where this kind of slaps. Yeah, losing the Vu and Mewtwo King for 65th. I love his icon. When did Sunsei change his icon? That's fresh. That frog's got a nice fit. Yeah, beating Sock from Australia and losing the Vu for the Falco from Florida. And Mewtwo King, formerly from Jason Zimmerman, Cinnamonson, New Jersey. Yeah. Yeah, I'd vote for Sunsei. Dude, I still don't know who I want to support for Summit. I feel like I might just have to not support anyone because there's so many players that I would feel bad if I'm not supporting them. Flinchy was here earlier going on that great run, beating Magi in the Ditto. I imagine there, and Crunch had like a weirdly good tournament as well. Crunch is out here making H-God proud. Yeah, that's another, it's a dumb, like, I want to start making like these bite-sized stats videos on stuff maybe that aren't like the most important things. I really want to see if there's any correlation between Crunch's results. At tournaments where Crunch and H-Box both enter, is there any correlation between their results? I would love to see, like, just make a stupid little 2-minute video about that. But, Crunch beating Magi and Shythid. 2 really good wins. Even though Shythid, like, barely in the ballot. Shythid's one of those people, well, I guess I could say kind of in the same vein as Sunsei, seeing as Shythid. I'd say Sunsei definitely, like, way, way more than that. But Shythid took that set off Axe recently, yeah. But Shythid still was ranked at that 90s range. And beat Marth Vader as well. He played a lot of close sets. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Yeah, weird. No, that's how you pronounce Scythed. It's really hard to get used to saying Scythed. Like, rewriting that memory in my brain of not reading that as Scythe was weird. Also, saying Ryobeat instead of Ryobeat was really weird. Did you miss the panda conversation? Yeah, essentially, yeah. We're panda. He is a falcon. Yeah, Scythed is a falcon from AZ. I forget, I think he's second or third. If not Seal was here. If Cyan was here. Oh, Cyan is here. Cyan might be able to tell you where exactly in AZ that Scythed is ranked. No, Koyashi said that I say it right. No, wait, it's not Kodoran said I said it right. How do you say Koyashi? God. There's too many weird... That's also... Oh, that's a good reminder. I need to add to my sheet of up-and-coming players. I need to add a pronunciation guide to that. Kuyashi. Kuyashi. That's what I just said. All right, we're not gonna get good at. Yeah, Scythed beat Axel locally. He did win the run back, and there was reports you say Koyashi? I say Koyashi. Kuyashi? Whatever. It's not. This Save's pronunciation channel is gonna take too long. Yeah, it's such a sick name. Oh man, I'm gonna hesitate every time I say it now. Anyone else this weekend that you guys want me to talk about that we haven't talked about before? I'm gonna keep on scrolling down to the 65s. Teaching Save Japanese, dude. I can barely speak English. Okay, Smash. Yeah, I would definitely trust your pronunciation of it more than me. Talk about lovage. Can we talk about Fendrick Lamar getting 65th time with Lucky? Actually, I think this event is the best example of explaining why placings are a terrible way to describe how well a person performed at the event. Because do you guys really think that Ryobeat... I guess this is a bet. 17th is a... Yeah, no, actually, that's good. Do you really think Wizrobe, SFAT, Trift, Ginger, Army, Ice, Slug, and Ryobeat, do you think they all performed on the exact same level? Do you guys think they had very similar performances, all of them? Do you think that's fair? But Slug and Ryobeat both lost to West Balls and S2J and got 17th. They played the exact same. Shut up. Smiley. I love the Twitch default smiley face is one of my favorite things in the world. Yeah, no. Placements are stupid. Placements are barely good as a shorthand. Ginger did beat Axe that one time. That is true. Yeah, the 65th. Dude, the list of players and the... Mega X-Men's got 65th losing to Mango and Gatsu. That sucks. Esther Jane Spark for 65th. Slow King in 42nd. Like, that looks more like a reasonable 65th. True Dat Free Palestine. Ice Daryl. Lucky Crudo is kind of a reasonable 65th. Rishi Shroomed is a very reasonable 65th. Actually, no, not a very reasonable 65th. Have a good night, Hype. Hype to have you here. Yeah, I'm glad. I hope to see you another time. The next stream will probably be sometime this weekend for the... Well, probably when the seeding for Saving Mr. Lombardi comes out, I'll do a stream on that. And we can talk about, like, projected matchups, who's going to get the summit spot. Bobby Frizz. Where's Robert? Rishi Axe for 65th? Yeah. Same with Zamu. Yeah, there's just so many people, so many talented players. That's what happens when there's a tournament that's like this stacked. There's so many, yeah, that Hugs, YCZ, Dreffin, Calvar. Wait, oh, I thought I saw Crimson Blur for a second. I feel like Crimson Blur's icon looked like someone else's there. Yeah, what a whack tournament. Yeah, when Noel's getting 65th, you know the tournament's stacked. Yeah, imagine playing the California to play Axe for 65th. It's such a... There's so many just big feels bad moments here. Yeah. All right. 10 more minutes, guys. What else do you want to talk about? What else on the Super Smash Bros. Melee performance at Genesis 7? Or just general things about what happened? First Melee tournament in a few years that I knew pretty much everyone top 64. Yeah, I definitely feel like I say the same. There's so many good players now. Yeah, Crunch did beat Shythid. Yeah, I feel like some people, I'm probably the exception, not the rule for this, but I feel like days later, I'm still seeing things that surprised me from Genesis. Yeah, I was really sad to see late in DQ. How good do I feel about the Melee scene from a scale from 1 to 10? Melee's hype. I don't know, like, what does that mean? I'll look at Vu. Vu was pulling off that voodoo this weekend. Vu do what? Oh, wow, dude, wow. Vu did really well. Vu played so sick. He really did do that voodoo, just knocked himself out of the page. There's a space before Vu, I goofed. Yeah, losing the Billy and Dark Atma. Close sets against Billy and Dark Atma. That would have been a great win over Billy. But wins over Sunsei and Franz. I feel like if he's beating the caliber of the caliber of player that Sunsei is playing at, that sucks that... This is going to sound weird, but I think it makes sense. It sucks that the player that he beat was Sunsei, because if he's playing... Like, he could have very... I think it kind of justifies the statement with how close he played against Billy. Like, on paper, I don't think Sunsei's too far behind of Billy in skill-wise, but rank-wise, they're like 40 apart. Like, I think if better... I feel like that maybe is like talking down the rankings and reading into the ranking system, stupid thing that everyone believes the same way. But I imagine the rankers are smart enough to realize this, myself included, that Sunsei is really, really good. Sunsei is much better than his rank gives you, because Sunsei just didn't have the wins last year to justify being ranked super high, even though he's super, super, super talented. So him beating Sunsei, a loss to Billy and Sunsei are a lot closer than the rankings would say. Yeah. COD League's opening weekend peaked with only 3K more viewers than Genesis? That's nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was money in Melee, but there's no... We've had this discussion a million times. There's nothing to sell with Melee. Yeah, Flinchy, I'm angry at Layton too as well. Not that I feel like you probably know him a little bit more than that. Yeah, Genesis like peaked really insane. Thoughts on Mango versus Amsa? I think that's really incredible for for Mango moving forward, that he was able to turn around one of those matches. I think that shows that we're in the era where Mango's like trying super hard again and is studying matchups. Also, I really need to get a haircut. Not that that's related at all. All right, guys, what else do you want to talk about? We got like 6 more minutes before I call it a night. What else do you want to talk about from Genesis? COD will die before Melee 3. Did we already get Melee 3? We had Brawl, Smash 4, and Ultimate. Yeah. Cody Schwab? A little bit of an underwhelming weekend for Cody Schwab. Losing the Pew Pew and Face Roll. Yeah. As like any other player, I don't think that'd be too bad. And these were really, really close sets. And beating Ice Army Robert, again, I was not surprised to not see Robert take a game. But seeing as he still's got to earn his way into Summit, him getting 13th really feels bad, man. Are we going to see him at Lombardi? Oh, wait, no, I don't want to register. Oh, it's only... Yo, if you guys are over on the West Coast, register for Save Mr. Lombardi. It's only $15. That's incredibly cheap. And this is the higher price? Oh, my God. Yeah, register for Save Mr. Lombardi, guys. That's hype. And it's 3 days before my birthday. Let's go. Yeah. How will Summit qualifiers change the course of Melee in 2020? I don't think it'll change it too much. Like, I mean, I've made that whole video on the Summit level up existing. But, yeah. I think what could be huge, and we have a really good shot with how all the talented European players that are going to be here, it'll be really great for Europe if someone like Triff or Ice is able to go to Summit again, pick up big wins, and then kind of come back to Europe with that target on their back, or slowly kind of through the transitive property giving players over in Europe big wins. Yeah, because of those players like Solo Battle might not be here, and Solo Battle said that Solo Battle's here, that they might be traveling over to the U.S. for tournaments, but players who Solo Battle said he might not be able to, or players who can't afford from Europe to travel over, to have these touchstone players that showing that, hey, Ice beat Lucky this weekend, so saying that someone beat Ice, saying that they're around that level. It's a weird way to talk about it, and it doesn't 100% work like that. But yeah, so I think the biggest way that 2020 Melee could change through saving Mr. Lombardi and someone getting a Summit invite, which I almost guarantee someone from Europe is going to get a Summit invite. That's also a really good way to get people in Europe to invest in playing, invest in sending someone to Summit like they pretty much always do, is that if they're a good enough player in Europe and they have a likelihood to beat this European player who goes to Summit, that it makes sense for them if they can't themselves run a Summit campaign or pay money to go over there, to invest money to get someone to bring wins back home to them. Yeah. What else? Whoa, I'm still streaming? Yeah, well, I normally do like 2-hour streams. I normally do some like net play in this spot. I play with subs. Hey, One Punch Pat, how you doing? Yeah, but we're doing a little bit extended episode of the ranking show because there's so much to recap for Genesis. Well, yeah, no, if it's not just Fiction's not gonna go if he wins. It's whoever be the highest placing non-invitee. And there's a likelihood that Fiction doesn't even go to saving Mr. Lombardi anymore. Maybe he just shows up, takes the prize pool, and is like, yeah, whatever, guys. Yeah, Bryson would be a really great option. My fantasy team got close, but I busted when HCOD didn't win. Any doubles takeaways? I do agree, Alover. I definitely agree that they should take doubles away. I 100% agree. I want more Melee streamed. I want more singles streamed. You're dead to me. How do you not know I'm a well-known doubles hater? I love playing doubles, but like watching doubles, no bueno. No bueno. Yeah, anything else, guys? We got like 2 more minutes. I'll probably talk about one more thing and then we'll wrap it up for the night. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of doubles. Also, I watch so much Melee that I don't need more Melee to watch through doubles. Wizzy, washed. Well, actually, yeah, I think that's actually a good way to finish off the night. Let's just talk about Wizrobe. I feel like I haven't really had an in-depth conversation on how he performed this weekend. That clip of the power shields in the warm-up for that grand final set was hype. That was probably the hypest thing about doubles that happened all weekend. Yeah, so we'll finish off the show by talking about Wizrobe. Wizrobe losing to Ryobeat, who run of his lifetime, looking like a man possessed. Really hyped to see. Still beat Zamu. Oh, that's rough. Zamu got knocked out of this event by Wizrobe. Beating Spark, beating Forest, beating Meds. Yeah, like, honestly, so for maintaining a spot in the top 10, I mean, still for maintaining a spot in the top 10, I really don't like this performance a lot. But by no means does this really come out to be a terrible performance for Wizrobe. Like, it's really solidifying the fact of that he's still really good at this game, beating Meds, Spark, Forest, like, Zamu, like, all top 50 players. Oh, well, Forest isn't top 50, right? Well, beating a lot of really talented players and only losing a close at the face roll, and Ryobeat upsetting him. Ryobeat is really good at the Falcon matchup, and I don't think still that's anything to be a Wizzy apologist for. So, again, not really the best tournament, and anyone who... Forest was 68th. Forest should have been higher. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Forest beat Moki, right? The set I was super looking forward to. That's how insanely incredible this tournament was. There's so many, like, Forest versus Moki would have been, with Forest beating Moki, would have been the set. Everyone would have been talking about it the week after if this was any other tournament. But because it was this tournament where there's 40 Moki versus Forest sets happening, I was not even able to tell you off the top of my head. But yeah. Oh, and Wasabi took a game off Wizzy. Let's go, Wasabi. Yeah. But I think that'll kind of about do it for our day, gamers. I had a really fun stream, really fun time. I appreciate 100 people being here for the ranking show. Oh, let me switch over to this one. Yeah, I appreciate Gnome Zag. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, if anyone else, I will be streaming sometime later this week doing some coverage of Savoring Miss Lombardi. If you want to make sure you don't miss anything, well, I should be up here, actually. If you want to make sure you don't miss anything, make sure to follow me over here and over on Twitter, because that's when I will tweet about everything going on. Yeah, but I had a really great show. If you missed any portion of this show, you can go check out over on my YouTube channel. This actually might be a little loud. Yeah, you can go check it over on my YouTube channel where I upload the VOD, Fables, Top 40, and Skill. 100% agree. And I love to be streaming more. Who am I hosting? I'm going to find that out in a second. But yeah, I thank you guys for being here for the show. Still, I guess I'm going to keep on streaming more often, even though I will be taking a break for a little bit. There'll be a storylines at Savoring Mr. Lombardi later this week. But yeah, that's about it. Also, how's the music mix for this outro thing? I had songs particularly picked out for the outro. Piney Tups, thank you for the follow as well. It's good hype. It's a really... I just put this in a folder for, like, ending songs. Oh, Mars and MK Leo are playing in Grand Finals. I wonder who's going to win, guys. Am I the biggest streamer for you? Oh, Alex19's live. I probably was before Alex went online. All right, who do I want to send you guys over here? It's a jammer. It's an absolute banger. Why don't I recognize anyone who's streaming live? Come on. Dude, Yukon? I could send you over the Yukon. Since the Genesis 7 Ultimate? I would never do you guys dirty like that. That'd be so rude. Let's see. Why is this guy under the melee tag playing Fortnite? Why? Why is this happening? I'll send you over here. Someone practicing for Saving Mr. Lombardi. We might see them. I don't know how to... Ashishi? I don't know how to pronounce this tag, but... let's send them over there. So I appreciate you guys being here. I've been SaveAsUntitled. I spent too long... oh, wait. I typed it in wrong. Let me start up the other leaving song music. There we go. That's the other... what is... there we go. Raid. If I can't spell their name twice, then I'm not sending you guys over there. SSB. Gotta keep it in the Melee family. There we go. Cool. So I've been SaveAsUntitled. I really appreciate you guys being here. I will see you soon. Make sure to hit with the follow if you haven't already. Subscribe over on Twitch and Twitter. And that's about it. I've been SaveAsUntitled, and I will see you guys next time. Are you watching my stream?